Welcome everybody to the ranting portion of Barstool Banter here. First, we're going to welcome up Dan. Giants camp opened up today and the media was all there. We got a lot of question marks coming into camp regarding some of the offense and defensive players, and Dan's going to come up and discuss some of what's going on with Giants camp over at the University at Albany. Absolutely.
All right.
Fire away. I'll hold it up. Give me a place to start. I don't even know where to start.
About some of the position battles. We got wide receiver, offensive line, linebacker.
Linebacker seems to have a lot of guys. There seems to be a lot of bodies.
Which is good for a change.
Yeah, seriously. I would hope that the Giants kind of go more with standard. They've been doing the two linebackers with the three safeties, bringing Deion Grant in, using him a lot. I would prefer them to have three linebackers out there. I think the Giants are very susceptible to big plays. I think that their linebackers are so weak that they have to use the defensive backs to compensate for the lack of strength. That I thought their linebackers are kind of the worst guys and the worst linebackers in the league. And I hope that the guys that they brought in, who was it, Keith Rivers, the guy from Cincinnati, really, if he even is half the guy that he's supposed to be, just to be a rotation guy, just another body to go out there and, and fill in, as opposed to some of these guys that bring it in off the street. I mean, I like Chase Blackburn. Chase Blackburn's on a starting middle linebacker in the NFL.
He is right now. He's penciled in.
Well, we'll see.
He did have a good finish to last season. He did help them through the playoffs. Another kid that I like is that Jaquan Williams, who also played well, had that big forced fumble in special teams against San Francisco. So yeah, you're right. And it's good that they have some depth, because last year going into the season it was like, geez, who the heck is going to step up and play? Good for options. I really would have liked to see them draft someone early at linebacker, which they didn't, but they did, like you said, trade for Rivers, and maybe next year's draft will pull a linebacker early, but at least they have some options.
I think Jerry Reese is the kind of guy that, he doesn't necessarily draft for need. He definitely, when you look at all the guys that Jerry Reese has drafted, I mean, as far back, I don't think Kiwanuka is one of his guys. I think that Aaron Ross is one of his first guys, right? But if you look at the guys they drafted after Eli, kind of after Jerry Reese is, I think of course he was still running the Giants, but if you look at a guy like Matthias Kiwanuka, big time athlete, maybe not necessarily like the guy that jumped out at you.
How about JPP?
JPP, he's the best example. But
What an athlete he is.
I remember that. I was saying, what the heck are they doing drafting a guy just because he could do backflips across a football field?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was yelling at the television the night they drafted JPP. Now I feel like a fool.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But if you look at the guys that Jerry Reese drafts, JPP, Matthias Kiwanuka, Aaron Ross was an exceptional sprinter at Texas. I'm trying to think of something.
Whose wife is in the Olympics again this year, I think, yeah.
Hakeem Nicks, another guy. When you look at that draft class, the wide receivers in that class, the guys that who's the kid from Rutgers that plays for the Titans? Kenny Britt,
who just got in trouble again.
Kenny Britt, right?
Yeah.
He's in trouble all the time. Hakeem Nicks was not the number one wide receiver in that draft. But if you look at that draft now, he's by far and away the guy that was that is the best receiver.
And he's got himself a Super Bowl ring.
Yes, he does.
All right, well, Dan, thank you very much. Good
Yeah,
job
thank
with
you.
your answer.
Maybe we'll see you